In a world where office jobs are fancier, Emmanuel Rabi proved the world wrong. From a garbage collector to a founder of a company that aims at keeping the country cleaner and greener. Welcome to the Deeper Conversations with Willma, Beyond What You Know. And with me today is the founder of Arrangers Limited. Good afternoon, Mr. Emmanuel.
Good afternoon, Willma.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
It has been a while. How have you been?
Not bad. Just there, the streets hot.
Yeah.
But we're surviving.
I know, right?
Yeah.
In a short manner, can you maybe introduce yourself?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
My name is Rabi Emmanuel. I am the founder of Arrangers Company Limited. I will not really say the founder because I don't call it a company yet because we are still small.
It's a company. A step, it starts with one step.
Okay.
So I'm not going to allow you to
encouragement.
undermine the company. So I'm glad to have you and thank you for taking time to be with me this afternoon.
Thank you.
So let's start with what inspired your journey. How did you become a garbage collector? When was that?
Yeah, what inspired me is the scarcity of jobs, of course. Like, came from school and there was no one to employ me. Yeah, I once got employed, but things didn't work out well. Working under someone, the pressure they put in you. Sometimes, like, the mental health is also very important. So I chose to do my own things.
Brief us about your educational level, where you stopped, where you started to face the challenges that pushed you to come with an idea for yourself instead of working under someone.
Well, I grew up in the refugee camp and I was on scholarship. So after my senior 6 in Uganda, the scholarship was to continue after university. So when I came back to Juba, I found things were not going well, family. So I decided just to help my family. So I decided to do something to help my family. Yeah.
So you decided to come up with Arrangers. Even the name sounds unique. So I think the explanation of how you came up with the idea will make sense. Out of all the jobs that you can maybe like washing cars or maybe doing, they call it in Arabic Juba, is it tulba?
Yeah, tulba.
Yeah. So why did you choose garbage collection specifically?
Yeah, actually, I was on the construction side. I was working as tulba. Yeah, I was a laborer in the side. But then my boss used to cheat on me. But it was okay because we needed the money. But then later, one day, a client that we were constructing the house, they needed their garbage to be taken off. So she contacted me to look for someone to do the garbage collection. So I was like, instead of getting someone, why not me? And that's how I started. I started as just something, for the day.
Okay.
I didn't know that it was going to be a company.
It was for the day.
Yeah, it was for the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you tried to do it twice and then you thought maybe that was the right thing to maybe do?
No, I did it once. I went home and then I started comparing the money that I got just out of one deal. Comparing with what I've been getting paid after working the whole day. By then they were paying us 2.5. Yeah, and it was really very small.
Which year was that?
That was in 2023. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In a society where garbage collection is described as a shameful act, Emmanuel Rabi took it as his power to define faithfulness to working without having to depend on someone, working without having to steal from someone. And in case you had a different understanding about garbage collection, it's a job that leads to a greener and cleaner country. What was the reaction of friends, family members when you decided to have it as a job on daily basis?
Well, at first, things didn't go the way I expected. People reacted negatively, and also to find the boys to work, like people to work with, it was really hard. Yeah. I tried with like several people. Like I'll be like, yo, guy, I have this idea. We start a garbage collection. But like, now way that area, I have my girlfriend there. I can't go there to collect garbage. So it's really hard. But right now,
I'm sorry, this is funny. What was your girlfriend's reaction?
No, I didn't tell her. But then I was single.
Did it affect your relationship in any way, being a garbage collector?
Not really.
Not really.
Because, okay, when I came to Juba first, my main goal was money. I didn't really like mix it with the relationship. So by the time I started the relationship thing, I had money already. So, things to do with the money.
Everyone would be okay with the idea.
Yeah.
So your close friends, what was their reaction when you told them, well, I started this idea of garbage collection?
Yeah, there were those who were willing to work with me, but on condition that we don't go to certain areas because they are known or they have people there, those kind of things.
Yeah.
And then for my family, my family was not here. All my family were in the refugee camp. So they didn't know that I was doing garbage collection. But then later when my mom heard the story, she was happy.
Yeah?
Yeah, she was happy.
I think the fact that you're doing a job that you do not have to go and steal from someone can make every mother proud.
Yeah.
How about the society, apart from your friends and family members? Have you ever felt disrespected for being a garbage collector? Did anyone mistreat you just because of that specific type of job?
Well, the stereotypes there, like it's really, like people look at you like, I don't know, like you are begging or you are like, okay, if I'm to read, like it's like you are the least down there. Yeah. Even those who the money that they're getting, I can get it within a day, like their salary. They still look at me like...
So you get more money than me?
Maybe.
In a day? I will rob you, man. I will rob you. I will follow your life. I'm joining you, man.
I'm not trying to say I'm rich, but what I'm trying to say is I'm proud of what I'm getting. At least I'm not like I can't go and ask someone to help me with the money because I'm able to afford my basic needs.
Yeah?
Yeah. Man.
In case I follow up Emmanuel Rabi today, do not really judge me because he did give me a hint that maybe he's getting that finances. We live in a society that undermines the type of job that you're having right now, and I did mention that. Looking at the youth today, how do you describe them? Looking at the job that you have, because we always complain about not having jobs. We always need to be, we need to work in offices. We need ready type of jobs. So how do you describe the young people today and the pride they have towards such type of jobs?
Well, for those outside there with the mindset of starting something,
you
just start with what you have. Anything that can bring money to the table, as long as you don't get to hurt anyone, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges you faced coming up with Arrangers Limited?
Well, the biggest challenge was getting the truck, because I used to hire a truck, and then expenses was too much, and then city council on this side, traffic. Now these are my guys, traffic. Damn. These people kill a lot of people.
Lift a lot. Traffic. Wait, I understand the part of city council.
Yeah.
What does traffic have to do? You have your papers and everything, or what are the concerns they have?
I really don't think there's anyone in Juba with all the papers that traffic needs. These guys always have an excuse. They always have a way of getting that coin out of your pocket.
If she had a Milad, she had a Jose.
No, don't ask for those things. Don't ask for those things. But
if you don't have Jib Alfen, Jib Talata, or what are the challenges? I want to hear the ones that you went through.
Like what they ask, the things that they ask. There's a lot of papers. Like Ruksha, logbook, and then Teptishari, and then there's that sticker. The sticker, I don't know how they use it.
The sticker,
yeah, they ask for the sticker, and then also they ask for, if you don't have the mirrors, number plate, indicators. They just claim anything to get money out of you.
When you don't have,
they always win.
When you don't have, how does it go?
Well, they'll say they'll take you ahead, and then they always say they'll take you ahead, but they want you to talk the other way around.
Until you give something.
No, honestly, they've never taken me there. But they always, there's always a language in the street.
What do you wish them to really do to cooperate with people like you? Because your type of job is understandable. It does not really have a lot of finances. You understand? Yeah. So what do you really wish they can maybe sympathize with you for you to be able to also work freely without having to worry about that?
Well, I'm not saying that they should allow me to break the law. But what I'm trying to say is sometimes they should also allow someone to walk away with the warning. But there's no warning. When they catch you, there's a mistake. Kalas, that is, you have to pay for the penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, we don't have to go deeper to this part, because as long as you live in South Sudan, Juba, the capital city, you understand the challenges. And I hope that your message of them being understanding sometimes to reach them wherever that they are. What are some, looking at being a garbage collector, the society have a different perspective of people that collect garbage. Do you sometimes feel disrespected by people for that type of job?
Yeah. A lot of times, actually, like, we really go through a lot. Like, you go to a client and they even don't know your name. They call you the kind of job that you do.
How do they call you?
No, I really don't have to tell you.
No, that's okay, because they have to learn that this is not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, honestly, they call me Wasaka boy. That's what they know.
Wasaka boy?
Yeah, Wasaka boy.
I'm sorry, they call you Wasaka boy.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it.
These people are funny.
The same way they can call a plumber, or, yeah.
An engineer.
Yeah.
Garbage collector, you're supposed to be called?
That is English, but in Arabic, they can call Wasaka boy.
That's the translation in Arabic. Do you feel offended by that?
At the first, yeah, but now, no, I don't.
When they ask you about your name, Wasaka boy.
Yeah. And even when I call them, that's how I introduce myself.
Wasaka boy.
Yeah, then I will let Wasaka, then
It's you motivating them. But I love how proud you are about your job. You understand? This is where the motivation comes from. I believe that so many of you maybe did come across such a job, but because of how the society perceive people that work, maybe, or garbage collectors, you try to be hiding. You are proud of that, and this is already a message for someone out there to learn from. As long as you're having a job that you don't have to take somebody's property, someone's item, it's a proud thing, and I think we're proud of you. And I hope that someone that is going to watch this video today, they learn from it.
Yeah.
What are the services given by Arrangers Limited?
We provide garbage collection services to households and businesses. We also supply plastic bags, dusty bins to houses, including all that. And our services are not really that expensive.
What is the least price you have if someone is to work with you to collect their garbage on daily basis, monthly or weekly?
Well, most of our clients, they'll be like, well, I want you to come and collect my garbage every Saturday from my house. So that makes it 4 times in a month.
4 times in a month?
Yeah. So we also we give you plastic bags to pack the garbage, so that when we come on Saturday, the work is clean, we just collect. And the least, it's $20 per month.
$20?
Yeah.
$20 is very reasonable for a month. For someone to come to your door every week to collect your garbage, I think it's reasonable.
Okay, the reason why I try to reduce the price is because as long as we're also trying to make money, we also want to make our services affordable to keep our city clean. Or what happens if we raise up the price that only those rich can afford? What about the poor? Where will they put their garbage? So we try to reduce it cheap that everyone can afford, so that we can, it's all our responsibility to keep the city clean. So that's why we try to make it somehow free.
For all the services, later on we're going to place the contacts for you to maybe have more information of how you can maybe communicate to Arrangers Limited to work together. You have outlined the challenges that you kept on facing since you started working as the founder of Arrangers Limited. What kept you going? What motivates you? Sometimes distraction can come in, you feel like you're giving up. What motivates you to keep going forward?
Yeah, actually there are days when I feel like giving up. But then I just didn't have another choice. After giving up, what next? What do I do?
What next is a good question.
Yeah, after giving up, what next? Do I go back to the village and do what? Still, like, there was no alternative. So we have to keep pushing, keep going.
What do you describe as a proud moment for you since you founded that company? One moment throughout the hard work that you look at, you remember, and you feel like, I'm proud, we're going well.
Yeah, there was a day a client recommended me to someone. She called me, then she was like, yeah, you've been collecting garbage from my house for almost a year now, and your work is really so good, you have never missed. Your boys are so disciplined, and that's really very good thing. So there's this guy, they have a very big apartment and they want their garbage to be collected. So I talked to him. It was through recommendation. You know, things to do through recommendation, they don't need paperwork. So it was through recommendation. It was really a very big deal. So I was really so happy. I felt like, all the hard work, it's not paying off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was really so proud of myself and the team. And we got a very big business and we were so happy for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes Arranges Limited different from other companies that do the same job?
Well, currently, there are a lot of waste management companies in Juba.
Right.
Yeah, like a lot. And what makes us different is the consistency. We just don't do it because of the money. So sometimes our client can go for 5 months without paying. And we're okay with that. We understand situation happens.
Yeah.
It's okay. We feel like it's okay. When you get the money, you pay. We keep collecting. And also, most companies, they don't supply the garbage bags. Yeah. So they just, the clients find a way to put their garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. But ours, we give you the garbage bag. We
You make
sure,
the work easier.
yeah, and also convenient, you can keep the garbage in their fence, but still, there's no smell. We collect them. Very simple.
How is Arranges Limited contributing to a greener and a cleaner country?
Currently, I will not really say we are doing much, but that's where we are heading to. Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah, that's the goal. The goal is to get bigger contract with the city councils. If the city council can give us the contract, like to manage the whole city, we can do that. But currently, we are still small and we are doing what we can. But that's where we're heading to. Yeah.
You are here today because the deeper conversation aims at getting to the grassroots of understanding the stories that are not told. And definitely, as I mentioned earlier, a young person today will watch this video and get moved by it. What message do you have to the young people who maybe describe garbage collection as a job that they cannot take, even when they do not have any other option? How do you encourage them to normalize being hardworking and not have choices when they don't have maybe options?
Well, I would say if you're watching out there, if you have the chance, if you haven't come across the chance, maybe like someone call you to do garbage collection or what, you go for it. And whatever you do out there, as long as you don't hurt anyone and it's bringing food to your table, go for it. It's better than, staying with their uncle, depending on them, asking for money, and free things always. They come in the expense of our mental health, freedom, you lost them all. Yeah, but you make your own money, somehow you become free. Yeah.
What's the biggest achievement you have achieved using the money you got out of your work as a garbage collector?
Well, at least now I have a family and I bought a plot, I built, and
You're married now?
Yeah, I brought my family from the refugee camp. We're all staying here in Juba.
Mashallah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's something to be proud of.
Mashallah. I can say less. What is the dream? What is the mission? Where are you heading to?
Well, I'm heading to the big fish.
Which one is the big fish?
The city.
Not the big cow.
Yeah.
Fish. Why the fish?
I want to manage the whole of Juba. That's where I'm heading to. Yeah.
I see that.
Because currently I'm still, in the area level, managing, making deals with areas, sub-chiefs, small. But I'm heading to the mayor.
I say
That's
it.
the big fish.
I did say it. We don't know the future, but I do just see a mayor in you. Whenever I see you, I just feel like this guy one day, he's going to be a mayor.
No way.
Do not dream less. Dream is for free. And I feel like when you manifest, God fulfills. So it's very important to speak positively.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Rabi is heading ahead towards the big fish. How about you? Before we call it a day, what message and where do we see, what message do you have to the society? Because it's important for them to recognize and respect everyone for the type of jobs that people have differently.
Yeah.
And also, where do we see Arranges Limited? I don't want to say 5 years, in 2 years. We can start with, where do you see Arranges Limited in 2 years?
Well, my dream is to make sure we grow big. And in 2 years' time, because currently we're serving over 70 households in Juba. So in 2 years' time, if I can multiply that by 5 or 10, I want to make it 1,000 households in Juba. That's a dream.
Okay.
Yeah.
A great dream.
Yeah. And to the people outside there, I just want to tell you, if there's a chance, there's a business out there. Like, why? So, okay, there was a time we got a business, but then there was also some little bit of competition. Okay, currently, I hate to say this, but most of the companies, are Ugandan owned. These garbage collection services guys.
Foreign companies.
Yeah, we compete with them.
A foreign company is competing with someone that comes from the same country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the competition sometimes, okay, I know it's competition, but then there's always this thing of, you have to first talk someone, give something before you get the contract. Like most of these NGOs, whenever they put something, adverts out there requesting for auctioning, companies to come apply, they already have someone. They're just wasting our, printing, running with all those things. Like no one has ever succeeded. Most of the deals they're already made. They just make it for the public to see that, they're requesting for, companies to apply, to supply services, what.
The message is clear from Emmanuel Rabi. Being a young person from South Sudan, trying to create job not only for himself, but for other young people. He mentioned that there is a huge competition between companies from South Sudan and foreign companies, like people coming from other countries having the same companies, competing for the same type of job. We are not trying to say do not give the job to a foreigner, but that as a young person that is working for the betterment of this country, it will be a blessing for him if you are to locate and mention his name in rooms of opportunities.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe give us the location and where, maybe if they want to reach you, your social media handles, you can announce that to the camera.
Well, you can find out on Facebook, Arrangers Limited, then on WhatsApp, Insta, TikTok, the same name. And then, the process is very simple for someone to get our services. Yeah, for example, you're following out on Facebook, right? On the Facebook, we usually have our WhatsApp button and our contact. Yeah, you contact us. Our team goes to your house to check on the garbage. We discuss on the frequency of the collection.
Yes.
And the quantity of garbage. We agree on the amount. If all settled, the pickup team will come. It's a one-day process. It's very simple.
Very simple.
Yeah, very simple. Just a phone call away.
All right.
Yeah.
So, and we are going to put down maybe the link for you to be able to access their Facebook page for more information that you are interested to learn about. So, Emmanuel Rabi, you have done, or you're doing a great job. It might sound like a little job to you, but so many young people are definitely about to get inspired by your hard work, and we cannot wait to see you taking Arrangers Limited to another level. Thank you for being a change maker.
Willma, I really want to thank you so much. You are the first person who picked me from, I'm an underdog, like I'm nobody. No one has ever known me. I've never been recognized. But I was so happy when I got a call from you.
You're an amazing person.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, bro. Do a good job. This conversation, I hope that you have learned from Emmanuel Rabi. There is no job that is undermined. There is no job that is less. Thank you for watching today, and I hope that his story changes your life. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and stay tuned to the Deeper Conversations with Willma. Have a good day.